Hello family, it's your CEO. 3 times Lisa Applewhite. And we're gonna take another travel through a nurse's heart.
It's gonna be! Get ready! Put checks in the
5 mistakes nurses make with their patients. Another mistake, they don't do proper skin assessments. I said it, touch your patient. What is wrong with you? How can you be a nurse and you don't put your hands on your patient? Don't go document that you touched the patient. All you went in the room and said, hey, okay, you look fine. If you need anything, call me within the hour. Touch your patient, you are a nurse. You should touch your patient. Turn them upside down all around. You should see every aspect of the patient's body. I apologize, patients, for feeling violated, but we have to make sure that nothing is going on with you as far as your skin. And the reason why is because that can lead to some of the reasons why you're in the hospital.
Safety first!
I want you to please, patients and nurses, look at your patient, touch your patient. You can save your patient's life. Another story, working in an emergency room, first brand new grad nurse, boom, in there. Full assessment. Everybody's like, she really did a full assessment? Yes, I did a full assessment. I was a new grad nurse. Patient kept complaining that they were fainting and they didn't know why they were having these fainting spells. I was with another experienced nurse and she said, I'm gonna leave you in here, do your assessment, then come back and show it to me. Well, I took the man's shoes off. Oh my God. Boom. I've never smelled flesh in my life that was rotting. I smelled it and I seen it. All his flesh were attached to his socks and his shoes. I brought the doctor in the room. The doc said, well, this might be the reason why you're fainting.
Really?
Like, let's culture this. Let's see what's going on. You have an affection, what it looks like, so let's see what's going on. You can save their lives. That patient could have went septic. That patient could have went home and passed out and hit their head and died. Like, you have to touch your patient. You can't be a medical professional and not touch your patient. Take the time to touch your patient. More experienced medical professionals, it don't take you long to touch your patient. This girl right here could do assessment in 5 minutes. Full skin assessment in 5 minutes. So I flip them, turn them. I got to look at everything. Bend over. Take a deep breath. There we go. Now, the 4th thing nurses do, that's a mistake. Nurses don't call the doctors enough. Did she say that? She did. Nurses don't call doctors enough because we're afraid to call them. We feel like they are inferior to us and they're not. They're people just like we're people with jobs. We respect the fact that they have multiple patients, but at the same time, your patient is just as important as another patient. I want you to pick up the phone. I want you to call the doctor. If you are a new nurse, call the doctor. If you just don't know, call the doctor. That is what they're there for. Tip that I always tell people is when you call the doctor, when you have family involved, you have questions, write them all down. Make sure he answers or she answers all the questions before you hang up the phone. Make them aware of what's going on. Can I tell you a little secret? This is a little nursing secret that I figured out in 14 years in healthcare. Doctors, especially med students, they love to teach. Absolutely love to teach. If you get a doctor to act like they're teaching you something or make them believe that they're teaching you something, you're going to get better care for your patient. And they're going to talk to you all the time. Why? They feel like they are teaching you something.
Sounds to me like blackmail.
Stroke the ego. What do you mean? You got to stroke the ego. Your patient needs the help. You can build that relationship with that doctor, then it'll take care of the patient way more effectively. I had called the doctor 10 times. They finally came upstairs and they were upset with me. I'm just like, something ain't right. I need for you to come and touch this patient. I don't know exactly what it is. They fuss me out. They fuss me out, I'm fussing them out. We go in there and check on the patient and he goes, all right, y'all, come on, we gotta admit him to ICU.
Great one.
What in the world? And I'm just like, see, this is what I'm talking about. You have to be an advocate as a nurse. Don't be afraid to talk to the doctor. There are people just like you. From that night forward, the doctor gained so much respect for me. Subscribe. Leave your comments at the bottom of the page. I want you to share. This information can help another medical professional, specifically nurses, save lives. Now, the 5th mistake that nurses allow to happen can cost the patient's life. Nurses don't trust their gut. That feeling just doesn't feel right. You know what it feels like. Nursing school can't teach you how to trust your gut. You being in there with that patient can teach you how to trust your gut. If you look at the patient and you feel like the patient's going bad, trust it. Call the help that you need. It is better to get help than to let somebody die because, oh my God, I don't know if I'm sure. I don't want to cause a problem. You're never causing a problem when you're saving a patient's life. And you have to remember that.
I need a hero!
Trust your gut when it especially comes to medications and IV medications. Anything that can affect the patient or kill them directly right away, you need to trust your gut with it. You need to be very, very knowledgeable about what you're doing. You're a medical professional. God has entrusted you to take care of people's lives, so you have to do it. The free tip of the day that I'm going to give you is, please, nurses, take a break. How do you take a break, Elisa? You can't because it's so busy on the floor. Yes, go to the bathroom. Take a 15-minute break. Sit on the toilet with your pants up. Put your feet up. Get on your phone. Do something to digress for 15 minutes so you can be effective and you could go back on the floor and take care of the patient. Remember, compassion is everything in healthcare. And at any moment, I cannot preach this enough, you can become a patient. So give the compassion that you want to receive from people. I want you to subscribe, like the video. I want you to comment on the video. Tell me how I'm doing. Share. Let's save a life together. And remember, family, God and I love you. And we want you to succeed when it comes to patient care. And there are so many patients out there that's looking for compassionate medical professionals. And they're just waiting for you to come.
Mom, I broke my arm.
I can't get her away from these kids. Have a good one, family.
God is a big guy.